Hello and welcome. In the previous lectures, we have seen how to record a bank deposit into the business and how to record the transfer between accounts. So we have seen how to record a receive money and how to record a transfer money. Now this is not the only receive money that we will be recording. Of course, we may be receiving the money from the customers as well. We will be looking at that later on. For now, let's complete the cycle. A receive money, a transfer money, and now let's talk about a pay money transaction. Now before we begin recording a payment of money, a pay money transaction, we have to first analyze that if we are talking about payments to customer or payment to supplier or payment to a team member or some other payment like a dividend payment. Of course, we will use the option accordingly from here. Let us begin with the most simple one here, and let us say we have paid the rent for the first month of our business, for the month of January, to the owner of the property. Now of course you can see that here we have multiple options to record the pay money as well, but we will begin with the most simple one, which is expense. So whenever we have to record the pay money, we will use this option. There is a slight difference between these others as well, and we will be talking about them later on as we explore these in detail. For now, let's keep the things simple. So let us begin by clicking on expense, and when you do that, you will see this panel. Now let us focus on the most important thing here. Payment account. You have paid your rent, but from where? From which bank account? That can be Barclays, that can be cash in hand, that can be this. Right now I'm saying that I have paid by transfer using my Barclays. So I will click on the Barclays, and now you will notice one more thing. Here we have a payment method. Now please listen to me carefully. This payment method here is just an additional field for your memo only. The basic accounting will not be affected by this, but of course this is good for your additional information. So right now we have the options as cash, check, credit card, debit card, and we can add more. So I will quickly click on add new, and I would say this payment method is actually going to be internet transfer, or maybe I can say online transfer, and click on save. But let me repeat one more time that this is just a memo field. Of course it is very important for our own future analysis and reporting, but the key accounting field for the payment is payment account. The second important field is the category here, that why you have paid this money to someone, and here you can choose an expense account. For example, say in my case it is rent. I will just find for rent, and let me see if I can find something already. If there is not, I can add a new account straight from here, but for now I have this rent account, so I will just click on this one, and now you can see for our accounting our double entry is complete. We know that from which account the payment has been made and for what purpose the payment has been made. Now let us enter the remaining fields. First of all, we have payee, who we have paid to. So of course a very important field for our future reporting. So I will be entering the name here. Let me say that the name of the owner is Steve Erwin. So I don't have this contact already. I will click on add new, Steve Erwin. This will take me to a panel. Now here first of all you have to choose that what kind of relationship is the Steve Erwin. So I have the supplier, that is correct. So here first of all we have to choose that what kind of relationship is Steve Erwin. So I would say the supplier. You can enter all these details as you need, and then scroll down. You can see you have so many details that you can add. We will be exploring some of them as we need later on, but for now just the name is enough for us as we are at the beginning. So click on save, and now let's continue with the remaining fields. Let's choose the date as 3rd of January 2025. And then we have this reference number. This is just for your memo purpose. Tags, we are not using that for now. In the category, we are going to fill in the rent. This is going to be a very important field. You know, accounting always runs on double entry. So our first leg of entry is going to be Barclays payment method, and second is going to be rent. So from where we paid Barclays and for what purpose we paid rent. The description, you can add anything you like for your memorandum. I would say rent for January. The amount is £300. VAT is not relevant to us for now. We are not registered, so we will just click here and we would say no VAT, so that this field is vanished all the way. We can do this by default as well in the settings. I will show that to you later on. And now let's go down, add the memo if you like to, and please attach the document for this expense. That can be invoice or receipt. Click here, go to the folder, pick the relevant invoice and get it attached. Now this step is important because all the businesses are required to keep the actual invoices and receipts for their expenses. This is required for the audit, for the tax audit, as well as for the external audit. Now most countries now allow the digital copy of the invoice or receipt. But however, if your country is requiring you to keep your physical document as well, you will have to keep the file for the physical bills as well. But most countries are now allowing you to keep just the digital copy, and that is sufficient. And this will allow your auditors to, whenever they are checking expenses, quickly check the actual evidence of that. Once you have done everything, all you need to do is to click on save and close. So after recording our first expense, now let us take a quick look at the balances and the reports. First of all, here you can see your Barclays bank balance has now reduced to £7,700. It was £8,000 before. And now if we navigate to our profit and loss statement, you can see right now the profit and loss statement is from 1st of January to April 13, but there is no balance. Of course, this tab is already open from before, so we need to refresh this page now. And as we have done that, you can see we now have a rent of £300 appearing in our profit and loss statement. Now that is the only one side of the entry that was coming to the profit and loss statement, which was expense related. The other side of the entry is going to the Barclays, so we have to go to the balance sheet to see that impact. And as we do that, we will have to refresh this report as well. And you can see that your Barclays bank balance is now appearing at £7,700. If you like to see this transaction in any of the account, you can go to the transaction detail by account. But rather than showing you this report, you already know how to see that. I will quickly take you to the reports and I will show you one more report there. And here in this report, I would say let's look at the supplier related expenses. And here you can see you have expenses by supplier summary and then transaction list by supplier. So right now I want to see the expenses by supplier. I will click on that. And here you can see that we have only one expense here, and it is against supplier Steve Irwin. So now you know how to see the transactions for any specific account, any specific supplier, or all the suppliers in one list. Of course, if you just want to filter down your report to any specific supplier, you can use this filter option here. And here you would say that let's apply the filter on supplier name, and then you will select the one from here, and this report will be filtered down to that specific supplier only. So we know how to see the impact in profit and loss statement, balance sheet, and then expenses by supplier summary, or even any specific account at a time. So now we have seen how to record all three types of transactions. So after this, I will be giving you some homework, and then we will move to our second part of the basics, and that is to reconcile these transactions against the bank.